Well, right now with Scottie Scheffler, there isn't a whole lot. The only thing beating Scottie Scheffler is Scottie Scheffler. And, just look at last week in Houston. He has a chance to force a playoff, and the 5 footer, it just darted left. And everybody's like,
Right.
oh, his putting woes are there again. I'm like, nah, that happens. Missing 5 footers. Matter of fact, the make percentage on the tour is like 78%, which might be shockingly low for everybody golfing out there. So I bring that up so everyone doesn't get down on themselves when they miss a 5 footer. The best player in the world just missed one to force a playoff, but he'd won his previous two events, including the Players Championship when he had a bad neck. Matter of fact, the third round of the Players, I asked his caddy, Ted Scott, right at the first hole. He's coming to walk away from hole 1 to 2, and I just kind of, mouthed to him like, "Is he okay?" And Ted Scott goes, "I don't know. We're gonna find out." And find
Yeah.
out they did. He goes out and wins the golf tournament. Which, to your point, Bob, to the rest of the PGA Tour, the guy's got a bad neck, and we still can't beat him. So his ball striking right now is off the charts. It's just incredible what he's doing off the tee, tee to green, around the greens. He seemingly holes out like two shots every tournament for eagles or birdies. He's just an incredible golfer right now. But what we've seen in professional golf, like Tiger was so unique that he had that number one ranking. Oh God, seemingly forever. Scottie's got to go, I think, another 5 years to even match him to have that number one ranking. Players get to the top. It's very difficult to stay there because everybody's chasing you. The climb to the mountain's difficult, but once you get up there, you really don't have time to breathe because everybody's still trying to climb that mountain. We saw it with Jason Day. We've seen it with Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas. It's tough to stay on the top. So far, Scheffler is doing so, but the armor's not completely solid. I mean, there's 2 years in a row he's had the lead in the FedEx Cup to win that and hasn't come through in Atlanta to win the FedEx Cup. So I know that's something he certainly wants to do and carry on. Life's going to change for him coming up here soon. He's going to become a father. We've seen those things kind of take players away from maintaining that top spot. So it'll be interesting to see what Scheffler does. But right now, he is absolutely incredible. Just incredible what he's doing.
Who's Kevin? We as Bob points out, Scheffler's near at the top. I'm not sure I agree with Bob about the Tiger comparisons just yet. I think it might be early, but there has to be some young lions out there that you walk the fairways with that say, "Hey, this guy's got it." This guy. There are so many great golfers, but can they get to that next level? Because they're machines. These guys.
Yeah.
Is there somebody out there that jumps out at you and you think this guy's got a chance, and we're going to be using his name on Saturdays and Sundays a heck of a lot more?
Yes, there is. And, that's the thing with, the attrition, we'll call it, the guys who went to live, like, we're going to miss them. Well, you made room for new stars to come into the game of golf. And one of those is Ludwig Oberg, who's changed his names 3 times. It brought me back to the old Sabres when Tony Lidman became Ludman and Tallender became Talinder. And then Andre Sekera was Sekera for a while when he was with the Oilers.
Sure.
Oberg, he went from Aberg to Oberg to Oberg, which he's settled on right now. But he came out of Texas Tech in the fall. He won on the DP World Tour and was a surprise Ryder Cup pick, but a worthy pick. This guy has stud written all over him. It's about 6'1". There's maybe an ounce of fat on him. Hits the ball an absolute mile. He won the RSM Classic, the last event, Davis Love's event in the fall. That's a name. It's spelled Aberg, but it's pronounced Oberg. He's from Sweden. Somehow hockey didn't get him over there in Sweden, and golf did, thankfully. He is certainly one that is a name that you're going to look at and say, okay, that is a guy. The Cootie twins, Pearson and Parker Cootie. They came out of the University of Texas. They're on the tour. They're good young players that have come onto the scene. So Alejandro Tosti just last week, who was in contention when Steven Yeager won for the first time. And Yeager had been coming out a little older, though. Yeager in his 30s. But Oberg is the guy I think has future number one player in the world written all over him.